What's up, guys, and welcome back to It's Giving. I'm your host, Sarah Fontenot, and if you have not yet, please hit that button below so you can get subscribed. Hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content. Okay, now, if you're new here, welcome. We love you so much. If you are not new here, you probably noticed that we are in a different studio, and that's because It's Giving Los Angeles. This is the Los Angeles edition, okay? We're in LA, baby. We had so many fire guests, but that's not the point of today. Today's episode is going to be the best of. This is the razzle and the dazzle. Some of the favorite clips that you guys have ever seen. We got Waka, we got Snoop, we've got Tyshawn from Hardly Initiated, love that one. We've got Wall Street Trapper, okay? We've got so many great clips coming up because you know your girl don't have no filter. You know we just gonna keep it real. So without further ado, y'all, strap in because it is about to get real over here. Let's get it. What does it look like when you press a woman? Do you pursue a woman? Like, do you believe in the pursuit?
I don't know what that means.
Like when you see a woman that you want and you do you believe in the classic pursual of her?
It depends.
Okay. What does that look like if you were to do that?
Me?
Yeah.
I just go like this. What's the call?
That's it?
That's it.
There's no romance at all?
Oh, man. I ain't doing that. For what?
Okay, so theoretically speaking, if you wanted a traditional woman.
I don't do things that I could sabotage the game. And being that if I sabotage the game, I'll have to keep it up. I'm not doing that.
What does that mean?
Let's just say I meet a high value woman, like your friend always say, and I want to take her to a restaurant. I'm going to shut the whole restaurant down, have flowers on every table, some baller shit. You'll like it. Oh my God, he's nice and sweet, but I can't do that every day. So since I can't keep it up, I'm not going to do it at all. Would you like some chicken nuggets? So you have to keep it G. Because again, I can always sabotage the game. And then when you look at a guy like me, you probably think I'm trying to sabotage you anyway. Or you just trying to. So a lot of times it don't even make sense to try to even pursue.
So a lot of men are afraid of marriage these days.
Because y'all got rules and y'all don't tell us.
What does that mean?
Y'all be making up rules.
What rules, Shaq?
All right, let me put you through a scenario.
Okay.
What's your name?
Anissa.
All right. We're talking.
Yeah.
I'll leave my phone right here.
Okay.
And Anissa says, "You're doing a good job, baby. I love you." Is that cheating? Yes or no? Don't think about it. You checking my phone, and Anissa, your friend, says, "You're doing a good job, baby. I love you." What? We're friends too. But you.
Oh, well, if you're friends.
Hold on. You didn't know that she has my number or we're texting. And you see her and it just pop up. She's sitting right there and then pop up, my God, baby, you're doing a good job. I love you. Is that cheating or not?
It depends on you.
Answer the question. We're dating and you text me, but she don't know that me and you have been texting. No, see,
I don't think that's cheating.
But
no, and the reason why, but let me tell you why.
Thank you. It's
because
not.
You can't control another person.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
And
either.
also,
no.
But the boundaries aspect of it, why is she calling you baby?
Right,
that's what's throwing me off. If she was just like, you're doing a great job, I love you,
we're friends.
That's fine.
Okay, you're doing a good job, I love you.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not pressed by that at all.
But you see her answer?
Yeah.
And that's how most of them think.
But I also think that a lot of...
Hold on. And then that's a word y'all made up, emotional cheating.
That's a thing.
How do you know my emotions? How do you know I'm just not playing with the other side? When I say I love you, I miss you.
Well, then you're emotionally playing with her.
Okay, but what does that matter to you? You think I'm emotional cheating, which doesn't exist, by the way.
It does exist.
It does not.
If you are emotionally connected with another person and I don't know
about it. How do you know
I'm
emotionally connected with another person? How do you know? Just because you
Well, you wouldn't know, and that's the whole thing about cheating, because there's no conversation about it. But if there's a woman or a man and they are with each other having intimate conversations or intimate experiences,
experiences is a different thing, because in law enforcement, right? What's your name, my guy?
Kenny.
I can say right here on camera.
Yeah.
as soon as I fucking leave this, I'm gonna break Kenny jaw and throw him down the steps.
Yeah.
Right?
That's insane.
Hold on, right?
Yes.
But I can't be charged because I said y'all got me saying it on camera. But until I make the overt act, I cannot be charged. So it doesn't matter what I say right
So you're
there.
saying because it can't be proved.
No, I ain't got nothing to prove. In order for me to be charged for conspiracy I gotta actually do it. I have to make the overt act. Now, if I get up and go grab his shirt, I set it on tape. I'm getting sued. Y'all gonna make a lot of money. I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I'm doing this, but not doing the overt act of seeing the person secretly or doing that, it's not really cheating.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. Ask me.
I have to.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So if you are in a relationship,
If you're in a
with Sarah,
relationship with Sarah,
and there is a man, and she's telling another man how much she loves him and how much she wants to be with him,
I wouldn't know that because I wouldn't check Sarah's phone. If I'm sitting here and Sarah's phone go, I'm not gonna look because I know what I do. In my mind, I know what I do. She's not going nowhere because I fit all the boxes. So if her shit ring right now, I'm not gonna be like, I'm just
because you're secure in who you are.
That's her phone. I don't need to look at it.
So do you
If
feel like
my
you're
phone-
not emasculated when they look through their woman's phone?
I do. Because, it's an old saying that goes true. If you look for something, you find it. But you need to know what you're looking at.
that's the truth because everything could be
Yeah.
different in context.
You need to know what you're looking at. Just because you say I love you don't mean you're in a relationship.
No,
with
I
us.
agree with that. I
That's
tell
my
all
point.
my people that
Yeah.
I love them. Like I don't miss a chance to tell people
And
that I
then-
love them.
I love you, Sarah.
Love you too.
And then every relationship I've had, I've tried to end it respectfully. I love you. I love you too.
Mm,
Because each step that you go through, it helps you grow.
mm,
So I'm not gonna be like, well, I'm with Sarah now. You. I love you. I
mm.
love you too.
So you think
Why are you
can
texting your ex?
you can be
See?
friends with exes?
It's not about being friends. It's about I love you. We're not together, but we had some good time. I love you too. Respectful. Not hey, I'm with my Sarah. You. You don't need to do all that. It's just I love you. I love you too. Now you pick up my phone. Oh, why are you telling your ex you love you? And then it causes you emotionally cheating. That's what I mean by women make up rules that we don't even know. Like y'all need to just put out a handbook of what cheating is. No, seriously.
You know what I think cheating is?
If you like a girl picture with this,
No,
if a girl
that's silly.
If a girl walk by with a nice booty and you happen to like, we need a handbook. You give us a handbook, then marriage rates will go up. But dudes don't want to deal with all that. We don't.
You know what I think cheating is?
We don't know the rules. Cheating is when you make that overt act. You lie,
that's
you
one.
make that overt act, and you do stuff you're not supposed to be doing. That's cheating.
Prior to my daughter passing, I really didn't believe in like showing weakness.
Mm.
I never believed in that. Like in my family, you don't really see that. You just see a lot of strong people that's been through a lot of shit, but they don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
It's not, you just don't really see that. But, now when my daughter passed, I didn't mind showing that weakness because it just was so devastating. It so caught me off guard. I feel like that's the worst thing that can happen to a person that is a parent is to lose a child.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind, showing that weakness, now with my impending divorce, I feel like that's different because I feel like people go through divorces, people go through betrayals,
All the
you know what
time.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it makes it a little bit, more heartbreaking for me because it's a back-to-back loss.
Yeah.
And then I think it's more difficult too when it's like, because she wasn't even at home, we were both coming back from Dallas on different flights.
Mhm.
So it's like Monday, I'm married, thinking I have my forever partner. Tuesday, I go through this phone, and now I have to divorce you come Thursday. And for me, I knew that once I saw those messages, I knew that it was completely over for me. No matter how much I love you, I mean, I still love a girl to death, you know what I'm saying? And no matter how much I love you, I knew that one, I could never trust her. I could never, ever look at her the same. I feel like you had already done so much. You left when my daughter passed. I should have left her then. I just was too weak. I just could not fathom losing my daughter and my wife at the same time. So I decided to give her grace, and we gave each other grace, during the period of grieving, because neither one of us had ever experienced something like that. And we had said that we wanted to get our relationship back on track. We actually separated, before last year, and so it's just like all of this is happening in just 2 years of being married. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to get married is to not only have a family and have more children, but to have somebody that I love to go through the ups and the downs of life with, not just the ups, not just when I'm taking you on 15 trips and, you getting handbags once a month and, I'm paying to get your body done, buying $2 million house for us, giving you a job, your mama and your brother moving down here on us, you know what I'm saying? Because Snoop can provide all of this shit. But the one time Snoop needs you, you can't show up. And then continue not to show up. And then to actually sit up and just be texting every time Dick and Harry. You know what I mean? And one of the text messages, she was telling that she loved him. And it's like, apparently you don't. You're not even talking to this man every day. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? It could have been somebody from the past, whatever. I'll never know. I don't care at this point. You're not my family. You're not my person, for you to do me like this. But when I read those messages, I knew that there was no way that I would reconcile with her at all, period. Because number one, there was already so much that had been done. Two, the messages were just so jarring in her words. They were not messages you would ever want your spouse to see. Extremely graphic messages that, like I said, I'm throwing up in my hand. This is how disgusting these messages are. 3, I know that she is incapable of fully taking ownership and doing the work. The only thing that she could have told me to get me to stay with her is, I'm sick. Check me into a hospital, a mental hospital. Something is wrong with me. Because something got to be wrong with you to be talking to. Because I stopped at the 4th message. I'm sure it's like roaches. Where there's 4, there's 10.
Ooh, sheesh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't just stop at 4. At this point, you have completely checked out. And then, even with going through her closet, empty 8 over 8 empty bottles of alcohol. So I feel like, while I'm on these trips, you're just sitting around getting drunk and, popping pills and doing cocaine. And it's just, once you've gone down this road, there is just no turning back. That's a self journey that you have to do.
Yeah.
And then lastly, for me, I knew that even as much as I love her and I feel like I can heal people, I'm nobody's pastor.
I know that's right.
That's not my line of work. And I just knew I could never look at myself again the same.
Yeah.
If I chose to take this girl back, I could never look at myself the same. And I got to love me more than I love you, no matter what condition I'm in, no matter who I've lost, so.
I think it starts to erode self a little bit because it's like we only allow people to treat us as bad as we'll treat ourselves.
Yep.
And once someone has passed that threshold, there's no coming back. Like literally, it's almost like, have you ever had that experience where someone could be so handsome or have like such beautiful energy, and the second that they do something crazy, it's like their face changes.
Oh, that's how it was with her for me. I mean,
it's like literally,
I used to
now.
literally be all over this girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I thought she was the most beautiful girl in the world. But once she walked out that door when my daughter passed, I never looked at her the same ever again. And even when we decided to reconcile and try to make it work, I told her, I said, we can work on this. I said, but I am not in love with you the way that I was when you walked down that aisle. I'm just not, because for you to leave me at my darkest hour, it just, and from what I know now, I just feel like, you loved my hand, not my heart. You love the lifestyle that I was able to provide the things, because once I was down and I was no longer this happy-go-lucky person, we're not throwing parties at the house, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, but see, that was your time to step up, because had you stepped up in my time of need,
it's ride or die.
It would have been
till death,
the world for you. You know what I'm saying? And you could have helped me recover from my grief better and healthier. But a person that is not healed themselves is just not able to do that. And I knew when I married her, I told myself, she's not the person that I want her to be right now, but in about 2 or 3 years, she will be.
Oh, why don't you do
And you know, that's a mistake, you know, because you gotta meet people where they are right now, you know.
Yeah.
And see, I just didn't expect my daughter to pass, you know, because see, when my daughter passed, the attention needed to be on me for
Mhm.
once,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, you know. And she just was incapable of doing that. She's incapable of showing compassion, empathy, and remorse.
Mm. That's hard.
Yeah,
That's hard.
it's especially hard when I still haven't even gotten the true apology that I feel like I deserve.
Do you think you ever will?
I don't know. I think if I do, it will be because she's hit rock bottom and she's reminiscing on what her life could and should be at the moment. I don't think I will ever get the apology for how she truly broke and shattered my heart in a time where I was already at my lowest. I don't think I will ever get the apology for that. I don't think that she will ever know what that feels like. But I do know, you know, the apology is never as loud as the disrespect, but the karma is.
Ooh.
And, you know, I know that people have to pay for how they done people.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think there's a one, or do you think you become the one together?
Oh, I don't even think in that sense.
Mm.
I just think, I don't know who's the one, but I know when I met her, that's the one.
Really?
When when I meet you, it's a feeling.
What's the feeling?
My spirit tell me, oh God, like it's my whole spirit tell me like, oh shoot, like I don't know, I can't even explain it. Like that shit just, it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I ain't the kind of guy I could look right at you. You say I can give my shit up, but yeah, I'll be knowing. Especially for me, my main thing is how you with kids. That's like, I don't give a how good you look, how good you cook, how good you hustle. If you ain't good with no kids, I want nothing to do with you. Hell no.
I mean, that makes sense.
That's my deal breaker.
Do you feel like there's a lot of women that have that deal breaker that are not good with kids?
I don't know. I don't get that intimate with a lot of women.
Really?
Hell no.
Really?
No, because I can tell by their conversation they ain't ready to talk like that.
What do you be talking about?
I ain't talking about that shit. Yeah, it's too deep.
No, it's not.
No, I'm saying it be too deep for certain people. Certain people like, I ain't got. Certain people meet you to get an experience, make some money, get whatever they trying to get. You got getters, and you meet more people like that than givers. So, especially in our lifestyle, so
Yeah.
you know, it just be like, you feel like Neo.
Speaking of Neo, would you ever have a poly relationship?
Nah, I can't do that.
No? Just one. Do you believe that you could be like monogamous once you're married for life?
Explain that to me.
Monogamous means sexually exclusive, sexually, emotionally, financial. Well, maybe not financial. You could bless whoever you want to bless, but energetically, emotionally, one person.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's your choice. It's not hard to do that.
You don't
At
think
this
so?
age, it's not hard.
But you're still so young.
Yeah, but I'm mature enough to know.
Okay. I mean,
there's nothing you can do like persuade me to do nothing. Like,
yeah.
The
do you? Is it because are you more of a sapiosexual than like physical attraction type person?
What's that sapio?
Intelligence. Like you're attracted to intellect.
It's all of it.
The whole package.
Yeah, it's just
gotta have it all.
Yeah, it's just. But there's no right package though. There's no such thing as like beautiful. Like to me, beauty is like. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's hard for me to call what's a perfect woman. Like I can't even figure out.
You just know it when you see
it. Yeah.
It's the certainty.
I can know when I hear it.
Really?
Yeah, I can hear it. You be like,
really?
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm not even joking. Like you could hear it. Like for me, I can hear like, oh, this shit. Nah, this shit ain't gonna work. Just the way you put your words together and how you explain yourself. Like even you talking. You done got to your tribulation so much you couldn't even get an answer that you overcame it just by thought. And that taught you the power of thought.
Yeah.
That's why you start, your actions became your thoughts now. That's why you striving past people.
I received that.
I can keep going, but.
No, please do.
But it's how you talking. You talking, let me know, like, oh shit, she been through this, she been through that, she killed that. All right, boom, she can handle herself. You know it because you've been through it.
Yeah.
You only know what you've been through.
Yes. That's a fact. So what do you say to people that haven't been, well, I mean,
or understand.
Right. What do you say to people that haven't really had a lot of experiences because they haven't been in certain rooms? Like, what I mean by that is, let's say, for example, a woman, let's say you're dating a woman and she's never been in the rooms that you go into, the rooms that are very successful, affluent men, right? And so because she's never been around it, but now she's with you, her energy is shifting. Maybe her energy seems a little more open, but she doesn't know any better. Like, how would you encourage people to get into the experience that it is that they desire?
First and foremost, before I do that, I got this book I read called Enoch.
Oh,
by Enoch.
like in the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You know, God gave Enoch the blessing to walk and come to heaven.
Yes.
Actually gave him a tour of hell too. So Enoch was walking through the levels of hell. He walked through one level with one certain angel. And he looked back and seen another angel getting tortured. He turned and asked angel and like, yo, what did he do to even get in that room? The angel told him, you should ask yourself, why you even want to know when you ain't even like that person? So back to what you're saying. If a girl get in my room and get excited, I already knew this her personality, because why was she even excited to get in the room? Right? So my favorite person is kind of person like, nah, baby, I don't want to go to club. That's your life. Nah, baby, it's two men talking. Let me get up. Without me even saying nothing. I don't want to teach that to you. Like when you that vibe, it's like, check again.
Right.
It's like,
unimpressed. Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's lit. Like,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We know that, bro, like, don't take pride in that. The reason you're like that is because of all the things that you've, experienced. It's
Give
like,
me an
it's
example.
like fear.
What is the biggest thing that makes you be able to say, like, I'm done? Because maybe you about to put me on game right now. You about to rip me a new one.
So oh my God, my ex, I dated a young lady for a few years. And I didn't know we were surface level.
Oh,
I didn't know it was a surface level relationship.
like
We
after
genuinely
years?
like each other, even love. Yes. And when I say surface level, I mean, we didn't find out deeply what we were dealing with.
Oh,
And when I found out what she was dealing with, I didn't want to deal with that scope of work.
oh,
Yeah. Like, mental health and things. And it was some, like, I would have really had to be patient. I would have had to be deeply a part of a healing process.
But how did you not know for years?
Not one, I wasn't as intentional as I should have been entering a relationship. You see, that's the thing. When you come into a relationship with a good time mindset, you don't really care about, you're not really looking at her for certain qualities. Over time, that mindset came in like, you know what? Okay.
You kind of dope.
You kind of dope.
Yeah.
And now when you start saying you kind of dope, you need to start vetting her differently. And I didn't do that. And I was in a phase of my life. This is when I just got into entrepreneurship. I just quit my job. My ex-woman that I was with before was really against it. She wasn't she wasn't really motivating me to attack life in this way, where here I had this young lady who was so supportive of me attacking in this way, who was also on her journey. We were aligned in this way, and it felt right because she was now an aid to this new season of my life. But it fit chapter 3, just not chapter 4. That's just kind of what it was.
I'm not mad at that. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So do you feel like the essence of a woman, like the divine energy of a woman, makes a difference for you as a man?
Oh, 1000%.
Like you believe that there are intangible things that women possess that men need?
That was like the exact real. Like, did you write that down?
No.
Like, that's the exact.
No, what?
Yes. No, well, I mean, you went viral. Don't act like we don't know you went crazy viral. Shut up.
We-
So Yeah, Sarah's been all over the place, y'all. She been on y'all timeline like mine? Because, yeah. But yes, I do feel that way. Honestly, I was in full agreement. So,
You were.
yeah, absolutely. I don't vet women for anything tangible.
And you shouldn't, I believe. But you know what? That's because you are a masculine man, and masculine energy isn't looking for anything tangible. Masculine is looking for feminine.
Actually, I take that back.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go. Let's talk about it. The look.
It's the look.
Ooh.
That's where we tangible as men.
Oh.
We gotta because, and you know, it's crazy. Like the way you maintenance, I could just tell so much about the way you maintenance yourself.
This is a fact.
The way your body looks, right? What you putting inside of your body. And as I get more health conscious, I just get like, I start getting kind of bougie. I'm like, what? What's that?
Larry, I don't want that. Ugh.
Baby, I don't take Tylenol.
I don't even take medicine.
Give me some lime juice over there, baby.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm even really being much more intentional about it. And that's the thing, it matters. As
It does
much as we
matter.
don't want to talk about it, it absolutely matters.
Yeah. So a look is important.
Yeah.
So I say this all the time, and you know, it is what it is. It's a cold, hard fact. Now, beauty is absolutely in the eye of the beholder, but there is no doubt, and I'm speaking to my belief of masculine men because I am not a man. So let me not speak for the men, but I feel like masculine men, the first thing that they look at is the physicality of the woman. What she looks like is the first thing. Now,
Yeah.
her character is what keeps him.
1,000.
So do you feel like it's a certain look? Like, do you think most men want a woman that has a BBL?
No, they don't. Now, we can't. This is the thing.
Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
What we lust and what we love is not the same.
Oh, break that down.
So, yes, I would lust all day on a BBL.
Makes
I'll
sense.
smash it. I'll take it home. I'll have a good time with it. But me personally, I'm not going to keep a woman that is. And here's the reality of the situation. I just know I'm going to get blessed with some daughters.
Oh,
I just know that's going to happen.
yeah.
I lived a life where that's just probably going to be the cosmic karma put upon me to bring some women into this world. And I'm okay with that. And I'm ready.
Okay.
And the reality of the situation is, I think it's confusing as hell for a young lady to get the DNA from her mom and see that her mom wasn't satisfied with the DNA she had herself.
Oh.
I think that causes massive confusion into a young woman's mind.
Mm.
To know that, like, think about it. If she can't look at her mom and think what she has is, if her mom didn't think what she had was beautiful, how can she appreciate what she has?
You said you don't like when men ask the question, what do you bring to the table?
Oh, I do remember that.
That was crazy.
I don't like that question.
Why?
Because it should be very much seen. Now, if you have to ask the question, because I feel as though a woman inside of her feminine is constantly displaying what she brings to the table because it's intangible. We have way more intangibles than we do tangibles. So outside of the finance or whatever it may be, you should be able to be aware of what I bring to the table without me saying it. Some people think they bring something to the table that they absolutely don't.
Can women ask men that?
I don't think it's necessary, to be completely honest. I think it's a stupid question.
Is it a stupid question on like the first encounter, the first date or something? Is it still stupid then? If I don't really know what you bring?
No, I think you allow someone to experience you. I think that question in itself is a lazy way to go about things. I think
I
that
disagree.
I think if I have to ask you, now I think it's a difference between saying like your desire. Like if I were to say, well, what do you want out of a wife?
Mhm.
What do you want as far as being a husband? What does that look like for you? How would you want your wife to show up for your children? Like those things are real things. How do you desire to provide for your household? All of these things are valuable and good insight questions. But saying like, well, what do you bring to the table? That's so vague.
No, it's really not.
I
And
think it's
very
vague.
insightful in the analogy
I don't think
of it
so.
all. And it's a very good question to ask women.
Tell me
Because
why.
women normally bring out their narcissism when you ask that question.
Break
What's
that
the most
down.
popular answer that women give to that question?
I don't know the answer, to be honest. I don't know. We don't talk about that in my group of friends. My answer is the
I bet
ability
he
to
knows
see.
the answer.
Okay, Kenny,
What's the most popular answer to that question that women give?
what
when
is
you
it?
ask them, what do you bring to the table? What's the most popular answer? She knows
I
the
am the
answer.
table?
She knows the answer.
Okay.
She knows
I
the
am the
answer.
table?
She knows the answer.
Okay. I would never
That's
say
very
that.
narcissistic.
But
Is
I
it
wouldn't.
not?
But if someone, when she asked me the question, the ability to see what the table needs, and then I can orchestrate or bring it or identify whether this table is for me or not.
She knew the answer. He knew the answer.
Did you know the answer, Kenny?
That's very narcissistic.
She said, "I am the table."
That's very most women. And
Is
I'm
that
telling
what?
you
Is
from
that
a
the
male's
answer?
yes.
So you've asked this question before,
Yeah.
and they say, "I am the table."
Yeah, and it's just a big red flag that they're narcissists.
Okay. Why is that?
And they're avoiding a good question.
Okay, so two-part question. One, what is the answer that you want? And two, why is that narcissistic to say I am the table?
All right. So for one, that answer doesn't hit like how they think it hits, saying you are the table, because you're not even saying what type of table you are.
Yeah.
Are you that antique table at Big Mama's house that's been there for 50 years and it's gonna last and stand
Endure.
strong?
Right.
Or are you that folding table where we can't even put anything on there?
Right.
You're not durable. You won't last.
Right.
You can't stand the rain, literally. Like, which type of table do you think you are?
Yeah.
So that doesn't even hit how they think they are, and like they think it hits. And then it's narcissistic because what does the table do at dinner time? The table just exists, and we bring everything to the table. The table has to do nothing. It's surrounded. We pray around the table. We sit everything on the table.
Mhm.
We bring all the food to the table. We put
gather
all the
around the table.
silverware around the table.
Mhm.
That's narcissist. That's a narcissist. You don't got to do nothing. Just exist, and everything revolves around you. That's a narcissist. What the opportunity with that question is for her to dive deep into her intellect and say, what I bring to the table is I'm a good cook.
Uh-huh.
I bring peace. I bring prayer. You're gonna need prayer at dinner time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a good listener.
Yeah.
We need people to listen. Sometimes you talk and you converse around the dinner table. You're a good listener. Oh, I'm able to adapt.
Yeah.
I see you brought the chicken. I'll bring the mashed potatoes.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for when I ask that question. And
Right.
it will show her intellect. I bring
Mm.
intellect to the table. You
But-
don't want no dummy, do you? No, I don't want a dummy.
But don't you think it's arrogant to assume that everyone wants the same thing at the table?
Who
Because
wants the same thing at the table?
nobody. And that's my issue with having such a set answer to the question. For me, like when I got asked the question, actually, I answered it first on a Nick Cannon podcast. And I was like, wow. And then one of the givers asked, and I answered the question on this podcast. And I feel like, let's say that it was, I bring intellect. I bring so many things to any table that I'm at that it
Mhm.
would be ignorant for me to say, well, I bring these 5. It would be silly of me to say, well, I bring these 20, because the truth is I bring so much to a table, but my best superpower is being able to identify what does the table need and or orchestrating. If I can't bring it, can I call Susan down the street and say, Susan, we're having this potluck at the table. I need you to bring the green beans and the mashed potatoes. I'm going to take care of the turkey or whatever it could possibly be. I can either orchestrate it or I can say, you know what? I have all this for a table, but this isn't my table. So
Yeah.
I think that it's silly to just directly answer that question. That's my qualm with the question. And same for a man. If I were to ask a man, what do you bring to a table? And he were to be like, well, I'm a provider and I'm a protector. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I bring elaboration to the table. I can elaborate and expound.
Okay. Okay.
And
Break
then
it down.
and then you would be able to say, when I said you bring adaptability to it,
Yes.
that's showing that you bring several things. I
Yes.
bring diversity to the table. You bring
Mhm.
several things.
Mm-hmm.
That's showing that when
But
you answer
for
that.
for a lot of men, it's like a trick question, I feel like.
It's not. It's no tricks.
I think it's a trick
The
question.
tricks are for kids.
Silly
I don't,
rabbit.
yes, I don't do tricks. We have an adult conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to see how you respond. I don't want a narcissistic response like, oh, I am the table. I just want to see you converse like a grown woman and say, this is what I bring. And then you could even say, oh, yeah, I bring other things. I could elaborate later, or you'll see later.
Yeah.
And then I will see later.
Yeah, but I just don't feel like that's how it's received.
By whom?
Okay, let me be clear. I've never been asked that question in my life by a man.
Mhm.
Like that has never happened to me in my existence. I think that my essence and my energy is very much felt and seen. And so if you ask me that question, I feel like you're not observing me. And I think that masculine energy is strategic, it is intentional, and it is calculated.
Right.
And if you have not taken the time to math the math,
Mhm.
I don't want to teach you. That's just my disclaimer.
It depends on the opportunities that they've had to observe. It depends on how you meet someone and things of that nature.
But when you get together with a person,
Mhm.
like, and I was having a conversation with a person and we were talking about how the conversations are different with different types of women.
Mhm.
And they were sharing how, you know, some women are all about like, ooh, what's your favorite sexual position? What's your this? What's your that? You know where to put that woman. Whereas women like me have wife conversations. It's conversations about what are like real stuff. Like one of the questions that I ask is, what I actually wrote it down in my phone, and I loved asking the question of what is your biggest trauma and how does it show up in your dating?
Mhm.
Like real stuff. What do you desire from your wife? What do you need on a weekly or monthly basis? Where do you feel like you lack that you want more of? What
Mhm.
does your heart yearn for? And when you start getting clear on who this person is, I don't have to ask you what you bring to the table. I already know. And
Mhm.
because I already know, now I can bring you value in ways that I know that you need it, not in ways that I think are, oh, because it worked for this guy, I know it's going to work for this way. No, it's intentional. It's personalized.
Mhm.
It's directly in correlation to who and what you are and who God has called you to be, not according to my own, oh, well, I know every man likes this, so let me try that.
No, that a lot of what you said, that question can attach itself to it. You can gather a lot of that from that question.
What are the
Like
kinds of
what I'm
answers
seeing.
that outside of I am the table? What other answers have you gotten?
That's not a question that I really asked.
Oh, that's
But I
good.
do think you're able to ask it. You
Yeah,
said you don't like
I
it.
don't like it.
I think it can be a very purposeful question
Mm.
for what I just said. If a woman were to give me the response that I just said, though, I would be attracted. I would like that response. If she was like, I bring peace, I bring this, I'll be like, oh, she said something other than I am the table.
Yeah. That's not, ladies, that's not the answer. Don't say that. We get so used to something being, what's the word when families are, we are dysfunctional. We get so
Dysfunctional.
used to the dysfunction
Mhm.
that that's what we cling to instead of being committed to identifying, like, why are we clinging to this?
Yeah.
Well, we're traumatized.
Yeah.
We all got trauma. We
Yeah.
all got things healing
Yeah.
to do. But,
Functional trauma is what I like to call it.
you know,
We learn to function. We learn how to just function in chaos.
yes.
And what happens is we don't, for me, I won't classify everybody, but for me, I didn't have time to peel those layers back.
Yeah.
Because I was too busy. I need to survive,
Yeah.
right? I need to build this brand, or I need to, not be out of prison. I need to watch out for the jackets. I need to be in the streets and do these things. So I didn't have time to sit back and like peel back layers, right? And I'm not going to ask myself the tough questions.
Right.
You know
Because
what
we
I'm
don't
saying?
even know the
I don't
questions
even
to
know the
ask.
questions to ask.
Yes.
And so I remember my therapist told me, he was blown away by me. He said, all right, if we're going to get where we need to go at, this is going to be extremely hard because I'm going to ask you some questions. And I remember telling him, I said, bruh, I've been shot. I've been to prison. Asking me some questions is the easiest thing that you can ask me. And so he thought it was going to be like hard for me. And so as he started asking me the question, I was like, oh yeah, I remember when this happened and this how I felt. And he was like, whoa, you really numb to this. I'm like, bro, I just need to get it over with so I can get where I need to go at. Right? Because I know that these feelings have been calloused.
Ugh.
And I need to keep scraping the callus so I can get back to the emotion to feel so that I can be present.
Yeah.
Right. And I understand that when it comes to being a man I'm by far no dating coach and I'm learning. I'm only speaking from my experience.
You're right.
I know that in order to be intimate with a woman, you have to be emotionally available. Right.
We got to let that land. Because we say this, y'all know how much I talk about this on the podcast. Emotional intelligence and emotional regulation are two of the most important things inside of any kind of intimate relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you're in a space now where you are more emotionally available?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like, so why are you still single? And also, two-part question.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So being
It's the questions with layers,
you
right
know,
here.
being a top 1% high earning, high value man,
Mhm.
are you afraid of marriage?
So first question is, why am I single now?
Yeah.
So I just went through, I think as you're on your journey,
Mm-hmm.
your level of healing is always tested,
Absolutely.
right? So I always hear women today say, come to me healed. For me, that immediately X's me out
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not healed.
We'll never be healed.
You feel me? So I don't fit that.
Yeah.
I've been traumatized longer than I've been working on the healing.
Yeah.
So that's gonna take me a while.
Yeah.
Right. But I got tested recently. I had moved my daughter's mom to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
She's maybe like 2 years. I moved them in their own house. We had a good co-parenting relationship. And I felt like, for me, that gave me peace knowing that my daughter was protected
Mm-hmm.
and then that she was protected.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day I called her to give her my schedule for the next month. Like, yo, I'm going to Europe, I'm going to Dallas. Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh yeah, we moving back to New Orleans.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Right? Immediately, all my healing went out the window.
Yeah.
And I had to grab it.
Yeah.
I had to grab it.
Yeah.
My initial response was, you're not taking my daughter.
Yeah.
That was my initial response.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, we can't do that. We can't do that. And so I'll be honest, it took me about 2 weeks. I just didn't talk. Right? I didn't talk because I was going through the emotions in me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I expressed that I was hurt. Something I would have never done. And I said, yo, you hurt me. But I'm not going to be selfish. Thank you for giving me 2 years with my baby. You ain't have to do that. You ain't have to do that. I still want what's best for you. I still pray for you, your protection. If you need me, I'm good. I'm here. And I said that to say, that moment took a lot out of me because I had fought for my daughter to be with me for so long. And not fought in a way like we going to court back and forward, but it's trying to convince her mom to leave New Orleans to come here.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to pay all the bills. You don't got to do none of that. But I had to realize also that, Trap, you can't control every situation.
Yeah.
And I'll be real with you. Like, that was my thing. Like, I love control.
Yeah.
I love to be able to have a situation, say, this is exactly how I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always think that I ain't putting people in the best position.
Yeah.
But it's the best position that I see. It don't mean it's the best position that she saw for her life.
Yeah.
And so I had to get through that. And so for that moment, I'm not going to lie, I just stopped talking to people because I was like, okay, there's more work to be done here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it wasn't that it just was a new space for me. And so I think that right now in this space, I'm learning now, like, yo, all right, I have to adapt without my daughter right now. And that's new for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not lying. But again, when it comes to men, we haven't learned, and I'm learning how to let a person be there for you while you go through the things.
Yes, which is scary.
Yes. Right. So I think for me in this phase, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's about learning how to let a woman be there for me while I'm going through the phase and not shut down, because that is what you all want to do.
That's how we feel safe.
That's how, like, let me be there for me. Let me care for you.
Yes.
Let me nurture you.
Yes.
Let me go through this with you, and I can still navigate going through what I'm going through.
Yes.
This is what I'm built for.
Yes.
And so I'm still learning that.
Yeah.
And so that in that space, that's where I am.
I don't think, maybe I am wrong. You can tell me if I'm wrong with this. I don't think us having a great sex life has me overlooking
him being snappy, but it makes me more patient to see if it will change. Does that make
But
sense?
also, I feel like, can I be personal?
Sure.
I also feel like in your experience, the man that you married, you didn't have a great sex life with.
Damn.
And it was the people,
It was
the people, I'm just saying, it was the people that you experienced that with. But I'm just saying, you said it on the podcast. I asked permission and you've said it.
Listen.
This is a repeat. No.
Listen.
So let's keep talking about
Okay.
it. So you have said, and it's kind of the same thing where we
I
talk
have
about
said these
the
things.
whole broke situation, how broke men know how to do you down way better than whatever. And broke, by the way, is not a money amount. It is a mindset.
way
It is
of
a way of
being.
life. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I say that, those experiences where you've had, I'll overlook that behavior, you didn't. Because you never married those men. You weren't even really in a relationship with those men.
This is true.
And so I feel like that's not a real thing. It is an excuse to hold on to a person that you don't like. You're looking for one thing that you can say that he's actually good at. Well, he's good at sex. Well, you know what? There's a lot of men that are good at sex, but there should never be a man that's able to confuse you or knock you down from your moral standard and principles is what I'm saying. Back to biblically speaking, though, it is a thing where once you lay down with a woman, that is your wife. What was the question? I lost the question. We went so far.
The question was.
Sorry, someone said her ex took a hardcore straight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Everybody
sorry.
Like, I'm crying. Like, cause damn.
Yikes.
Sarah. What did I say?
What was the? You don't know?
I don't remember.
Well, the original question was, why are people rushing into marriage?
Oh yeah.
Oh, and it clouds judgment. So let's just put a button in this. I feel like people are rushing to marriage. If you're young, don't rush to marriage. There's no point in rushing to marriage. You don't know who you are. You
Give
don't
an
know
age
what you
range.
want. You don't know what you like. Honestly, I feel like even 25 is young.
You're still young.
I'm saying to get married. Like if you get married before 25, I promise you in 10 years, by the time you're 35, you will be such a different human. A completely
But that's what
different
marriage
human.
is about, though.
Yeah,
It's
but
being
it's
able to
different when
grow.
you know who you are, as opposed to sometimes people get locked into the identities that you currently have instead of seeing you for who you can be. And also sometimes you become a completely different human. I am a completely different human from who I was 20 years ago. 16-year-old version to 26-year-old version to 36-year-old version. Very different versions of me. And also I would feel sorry for the man that got me at 16. I wouldn't like them. To be honest, the men that I liked at 16, that's why I got beat up by my first ex-fiance. I wouldn't put up with that BS now. I wouldn't. My standards are higher. My principles are stronger. And I stand on what I stand on. And I want a masculine man, not a feminine man that shows
You don't want
up
no
as
little
masculine.
No, I'm
And
sorry.
not to weaponize the word masculinity or femininity, because I feel like people do that. Nothing is wrong with either. We all have both, but we have to know where we are and we have to be actually clear on what it is that we want. Do we
That's-
feel complete?
I feel complete.